The Indiana Fever has officially solidified themselves as the 2025 WNBA champions with their latest moves in the free agency this week, except for one signing. What's going on in Vegas, and why don't anyone want to stay? What are you doing in Vegas, Becky? A'ja Wilson has released her Nike shoe. Coach Yo, the head coach of Ole Miss, wants attention. I'm going to give it to her this episode. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro. Let's go.
Going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some new shit going on around there.
It's a lot. Yeah. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be here.
This is where I want to be.
Yeah. Now listen.
Shirley, the lie detector test came back and determined that was a lie. What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. W360 Nation. What's up, Kelly? What's going on, RC? What's up, Lauren? Bonnie, I see you in the chat. Ikaria. I hope I said your name right. Ikaria, what's going on, everybody? Dejan. Hickman, what's going on? And everybody else coming in. And what's up, Sade? Oh, W360 Nation. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. Do we have a lot to talk about? I will say this. Happy Friday, W360 Nation. Happy Friday. I don't know if it's just me, but my goodness, this has been a long week outside of one event that ruined my entire week. One event that happened this week that ruined my entire week. But this has been a long week, so I am so happy to be here with you guys tonight. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. My goodness. Now, before we get into the episode, guys, if you have not, support the show. Shop the W360.com. There is merch over there. Shop the merch. Let the people in the world know that you are a part of W360 Nation. We got W360 Nation shirts on the way. Slows, if you have not, get your merch right now. Don't be a slow. Don't be a slow. Get the latest merch on the W360 website. What am I wearing today? Oh, I'm wearing a Shut Your Pie Hole shirt. Grab the merch, guys. If you have not, please grab the merch and support the show. It definitely helps YouTube for some reason. It definitely helps. It definitely supports the show. So if you have it, shop the W360.com, okay? Now, this is wild. The slows, this is a movement online. I'm telling you, I am seeing the term the slows everywhere on social media, and I love it. W360 Nation, we are impactful, okay? That's called impact. That's called impact. That's called impact. I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care what these numbers say. I don't care what the numbers say. W360 Nation, we set trends and we are impactful. And I love it. I love it. Keep using it, guys. Keep using it. The terms we use on this show is getting out to the internet, and I love it, okay? I will take impact any day. So one of the W360 Nation members sent me a term that they use, or not a term, a graphic that they made for the slows, and this was funny to me. They sent it to me on Twitter. Shout out to you, Judith Stroyer on Twitter. Guys, look at this. They made a graphic for the slows, and this was funny to me. My God, this was funny. How did you make that? Like, I don't even get it, but I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yes, guys, if you haven't, shop the W360.com, cop some merch, okay? Support the show and let the world know that you are a part of W360 Nation. Thank you for the super chat. Me, myself, and I love your show, girl. Please don't sing. Fever Nation. I sing. I have one of those in the shower singing voices. I'm telling you, when I'm in the shower, I think I'm Whitney Houston. I am Whitney Houston in the shower. Thank you, me, myself, and I. All right. Y'all are crazy. Y'all already starting in the chat. Y'all are funny in this chat. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever has solidified themselves as the 2025 WNBA national champions, okay? I'm calling it now. I'm saying it now. With the latest moves in free agency, excluding one signing, with the latest moves in free agency, the Indiana Fever is a strong contender. Strong. I picked them to win. But White Jesus has all the pieces, most of the pieces that's been added, around her to make this squad the national champions. So I want to start right here. DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner. Love it. Love the signing. Love it. I like DeWanna Bonner. Now, if you have watched and you follow the W360, you guys know that I've said this on the show before. I like DeWanna Bonner. I think DeWanna Bonner is, I tend to follow my intuition a lot. My gut tells me that DeWanna Bonner is a competitor. Nice person, because that matters. Culture matters. Nice person. But DeWanna Bonner is going to bring everything that this squad needs as far as versatility on the defensive and offensive end. She's going to knock down the three. Definitely the wing player that you need on the squad. And she's going to bring that veteran presence to Indiana as well, especially playoff experience and things like that. Now, and definitely on the defensive end, she's versatile, right? If you guys don't remember when Indiana played Connecticut, Orange is the New Black, when she was a part of that squad, Orange is the New Black, and Stephanie White Leather switched up the defensive game plan. Christy Sides didn't know what to do because she doesn't know how to switch up game plans and how to adapt. You know, she doesn't know. But we all thought that Dejanay Carrington would be guarding White Jesus. She put DeWanna Bonner on White Jesus. And to be honest, DeWanna Bonner had White Jesus in hell. Now, if you go back and look at the episode when I covered that game, Connecticut during the playoffs, I said that. I said DeWanna Bonner did a great job. She did a great job on White Jesus. So I like having DeWanna Bonner on this squad. She's able to adjust defensively. She can guard a guard and she can guard the post. Now, she's a bag of bones, but she comes with a lot of strength. A lot of strength. But I like Tawana Bonner. I was happy for this signing. And when I saw that Indiana signed Tawana Bonner, I said, they're going to the finals. Indiana is going to the finals. They're going to the finals. Now, I wouldn't be CJSoFoolish, and this would not be the W360 show if I wasn't 100% honest. Initially, not that one. This was a concern for me. This was a concern for me. Thank you for the super chat, Peggy. Thank you. You should trademark the words, the slows. Thank you, Peggy. This was an initial concern, which goes back to what I say all the time, that this fraternizing and, the players marrying each other and dating each other and all this hooping and humping, it's a conflict. It's a conflict in the league, right? Because I thought to myself, now, how can you be trusted? How can you be trusted when your wife is on record saying, are they married yet? I don't know if they got married or not. I think they're married. But nonetheless, they are definitely engaged. But you see the conflict here? Your wife is on record saying that the Indiana Fever, that fan base is racist. That fan base is this. They have a nasty fan base, and you guys were close with Dejanay Carrington and things like that. So I did have a bit of concern there because those feelings just don't go away. When you're laying next to your wife in bed at night doing whatever that you guys do, some of those conversations aren't to be forgotten. So this is why I say, with all the trading that's going on, the fraternizing and the hooping and humping need to stop. And everybody, you can come and tell me all day, look, let people do what you shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now. I don't want to hear let people date who they want to date. You shouldn't date your coworkers. In real businesses, you can't date your coworkers. You can't. Now look. Now I will say, with Tawana Bonner, again, I'm following my gut. She really presents herself as a pro. And I like Tawana Bonner. I like the trash talk. I remember when they played, and I think it was like a couple of minutes into the game, and I was told by someone that was at the game that White Jesus had complained to the refs about a call or something, and Tawana Bonner said, "Damn girl, you complaining already? You had already?" And so she's a big trash talker. So I love that. But she, Alabama girl, I really get a good feel from her. And I've always said that. I like Tawana Bonner. I like her. But that wife of yours, I don't like at all. At all. Not as a player and not as a person. No. Don't you go bringing her into my town, Tawana. You guys need to separate, divorce, cut all communication. Don't you let her go poisoning your brain while you're in my town. Don't. Kelly says, I agree, CJ. Don't dip your ink in the company. Now you go hoop and hump somewhere else. Why in the league? I was shocked about DeWanna Bonner, though. I definitely thought that her and AT was a package deal. But, I mean, who don't want to come and play for Indiana, baby? Despite what you said, Shirley. Cheryl Swoops. Seems to me everyone wants to come and play in Indiana. You want to know why? Because you get to play with white Jesus and you're on America's team, baby. USA! But no, seriously. And then there's that familiarity with, of course, DeWanna Bonner and Stephanie White. I think DeWanna Bonner is definitely going to be a key as far as Indiana Fever, progressing as far being title contenders, if I say so myself. So with DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, these, and then you have Jaylen Brown, but I honestly don't think Jaylen Brown is going to make the final roster. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. That's right, baby. Indiana Fever is America's team. Indiana Fever is America's team, baby. All right, we're calling it here on the W360. This is America's team. Deal with it. It's America's team. And if you don't like it, sayonara. You got to deal with it. Myra says, I believe DB will be professional. Her fingers aren't that active on social media. The Fever will not create a toxic locker room. I believe that about DeWanna Bonner. Like I said, I like DeWanna Bonner. I do. I like DeWanna Bonner. She seems really, really nice. Someone that you can go and grab a steak with, and go get drinks with. I like her. Rooting for you, DeWanna. But between DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard, that starting lineup, White Jesus, DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. Indiana Fever is in the finals, and Indiana Fever is the WNBA national champions, okay? So I like it so far. Rooting for DeWanna Bonner. Also in free agency, I'm okay with Indiana. This past week releasing Victaria Saxton. Perfectly fine. She brought nothing to the team. She brought nothing to the squad. Victaria Saxton, sayonara, best wishes to you. Best wishes to you. Maybe Dawn Staley will get her signed somewhere else, I'm sure. But best wishes to you, Victaria. Seriously. Now, Grace Berger. I was a little shocked. Because I really thought that they would give Grace Berger a chance. She didn't get a chance under Christy Size. I have no idea how. Christy Wallace. I can't even emotionally go back to that time, but we really watched Christy Wallace start. So Christy Wallace being on this team, Grace Berger trade released. But I'm perfectly fine with Victaria Saxton gone. Perfectly fine. Wishing Grace the best. The Slows and the WNBA Freedom Fighters are they're pushing a narrative here, and I don't like it. The WNBA freedom fighters and the slows are pushing a narrative and a conspiracy, if you ask me, that Kathy is trying to give Caitlin Clark a ring. And the slows believe this. They think that Kathy is building this team around Caitlin Clark so the white girl can get a ring. You don't believe me? Look at a couple of the tweets that I've ran across. Here's a slow here. Here's one of the slows. One of the slows said, they want that girl to get a ring bad. Then another slow went under it and said, right? Once again, trying to hand things to her. That good old white privilege. Then another slow came under it and said, right? And with the talent coming up in future drafts, her look as the centerpiece diminishes, especially if she's carrying the idea that she doesn't need to improve. I don't know when White Sheeza said that. Did anyone else notice her trying to make adjustments to her game? All I saw was everyone else adjusting to her. Another slow. Exactly what I said. I will still be rooting against them and never watch a home game. I went to almost every Liberty game except when they played them. Well, sorry for you that you missed the show. Slow? Another slow. After Clark got embarrassed in back-to-back championship games, it's clear that they are trying to hurry up and get her a ring since she never won anything. Uncle Phil, the blessing, said this. So basically the slows are pushing this narrative out here that Caitlin Clark is being given these teammates so that she could win a ring. And this is funny to me because, first of all, let's just be honest here. Let's be clear, okay? Let's be clear. I'm being honest. DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Cloud, they're past their prime. They're past their prime. We're not getting prime DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard, hopefully, doesn't get injured. She's injury prone in Dallas. She missed a lot of the season, so hopefully she doesn't tweak an ankle or tweak something. DeWanna Bonner, again, has been in the league for the last 100 years. This might be DeWanna Bonner's last year. So they're bringing veteran experience. DeWanna's bringing playoff experience and things like that, but I don't understand what you're saying, slows. But it lets me know what you think about Caitlin Clark, White Sheezas. Because if you remove White Sheezas from this squad, no one would be hollering that they're giving White Sheezas anything or that this is a super team. Nobody. Tell us how you really feel, slows. Thank you for the super chat, Lauren Cresap. Said, when is Wallace going to pack her braid? Y'all are funny in this chat. Lauren said, when is Wallace going to pack her braid and leave? Christy Wallace, I want you out of my town. You and that braid out of my town. Peggy, thank you for the super chat. Grace signed with the links today. Oh, did she? I didn't see that. Thank you, W360 Nation. Thank you, Peggy. Good for Good for Grace. I'm rooting for her. Dennis says they think the league is trying to give the Fever a chip, but deny the same league gave Asia the MVP after 5 games last year. Make it make sense. And to piggyback off of that, I don't understand these super team allegations because no one had anything to say about this team. Nobody. No one had anything to say about this team. Nobody. So all of you shut your pie hole. Slows, you shut your pie hole right now. We have literally 35-year-old vets that we're hoping can come and just fill your role. We're confident. We're excited. But the super team allegations are funny to me, Slows. How is Indiana a super team with the latest signing that they signed? I don't get it. It just hurts y'all's black hearts, don't it? It hurts your black hearts to know that White Jesus is about to get a ring. Oh, that's going to be so delicious when they win. I'm going to the parade. My goodness. It's going to be so delicious when they win. So delicious. So delicious. And also with Indiana, I really, really hope that Indiana can release themselves from the shackles of that Katie Lou contract. Hoping we need freedom! Freedom! From Katie Lou! Freedom. Katie Lou does not belong on this squad. I tried all season to give Katie Lou grace. I think Katie Lou needs to be traded. She's taking up too much money. Her and Christy Wallace braid. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm hoping that they can make a trade for both of them. I just don't know if anybody wants them. Nobody wants them. No one wants Christy Wallace. Nobody. Her own country don't want her. Seriously. But it's funny to me that Shirley Swoop says that nobody wants to come and play for Indiana. No one wants to come and play for Indiana. Why, Shirley? Why? Everyone wants to come and play for Indiana. You want to know why? Because no matter where you are, it's a home game. It's a home game. Don't believe me? White Sheesa said it herself. Look at this clip. This was funny to me.
0.6% from the free throw line. My question is, do the noisemakers make a difference when you're shooting a free throw?
Well, usually all the fans are cheering for us. So they're quiet.
Delicious! Talk your White Jesus. Talk it, White Jesus. That guy asked White Jesus, you know, you're 90+% from the free throw line. Does any of the noise bother you when you're at the free throw line? And she said, well, usually all the fans are cheering for us. White Jesus! So Cheryl, you got to go back to your source, who probably was Alyssa Smith, who was the only one unhappy because she couldn't make a free throw and she was slow. You got to go back to your source. I think from the looks of it, looks like everyone wants to come and play for Indiana. All right. Yes, we're definitely going to talk about the UConn and Tennessee game. We'll get to that as well. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Dennis says, you heard it here first. CC will average 18, 15, and 5. The Fever will finish in the top 3, and she will be the MVP. White Jesus MVP. White Jesus MVP. Now, we got points to prove and agendas to push, okay? White Jesus MVP. 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 White Jesus is MVP from America's team, and I'm calling it now. And if anybody disagree, you shut your pie hole. She's MVP. And the Indiana Fever will be the 2025 WNBA champions. Guys, if you have not, please hit the like button on this video. Hit the like button, support the W360 YouTube channel. I do a live show once a week, so it's a little hard to get the video out there. YouTube don't push the video as much because I'm posting once a week right now in the off season, so it would definitely help the channel if you hit the like button. Doesn't cost a thing. Just please hit the like button and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend about the W360, okay? Moving right along. No! Sydney Colson. Sydney, the worst player in the league. Colson has signed with the Indiana Fever. Now, Kelly, why you gotta go hurting my heart like that? Why you gotta go hurting my heart? Why, Kelly? You guys were doing so good. You were so good. We signed Sophie, Natasha Howard, Tawana Bonner. And then you said, let me do something dumb and sign this stinky, dirty diaper. Sydney Colson stinks. She stinks. I've said it before, and I'm still sticking to it. Okay? You guys can send me all the Sydney Colson clips that you want. You can send it to me. I don't care. You're not going to make me like Sydney Colson. She stinks. Stinks. Stinky, dirty diaper. Okay? People love to holler out, she's a two-time WNBA champion. She was on the team. She was on the team. That's it. That's all. Sydney? I don't think Sydney Colson belongs in the WNBA. She's in a close race with Christy Wallace. Now, Kelly, I'm with you. I'm not leaving your side. I'm not jumping off the ship. But I do have questions about signing Sydney Colson. I do have questions. I have questions. Why? Why? And don't tell me she's funny. She's so funny. It's locker room culture. We have enough people on this team that's funny. Enough. If she's so funny and entertaining, send her to Saturday Night Live. Send her to the Improv. But she does not belong in my town. I don't like it. I'm not sold. You can't sell me on it. Sydney Colson stinks. And I'm not just going based off of her stats because those are non-existent. Those are non-existent. Shout out to Ben Daniels. I appreciate Ben Daniels shouting me out on his pod as well. But shout out to Ben Daniels. Ben Daniels called Sydney Colson a career bench warmer. That's what she is. And if you follow the show, I've said all season, what is she doing in this league? She stinks. She's a diaper. 2 points a game. She don't rebound, so she don't crash the board. She had 1 assist, no steals. So she doesn't even, like, Sydney Colson stinks. Vegas didn't use her. She had to play because Chelsea Slow Gray got hurt. And for some reason, they didn't bring anybody in, so they had Sydney Colson playing, which was a joke. It's a joke. She's a joke. Sydney Colson plays like that, like Martin in that episode. Remember when Martin, Don Staley came? I'm a huge Martin fan, right? That's my favorite sitcom. I watch it literally nights that I just watch Martin. But you remember that episode, Martin fans, when Don Staley came and Martin and Tommy and Cole played against Don Staley and Rebecca Lobo, and I forgot who was the other. Sydney Colson plays like Martin. She stinks. I don't care she don't cost money. We could have got another backup point guard. I'm not sold. I don't want it. Sydney, I'm telling you right now, don't you come into my town causing any trouble. Don't you come in my town causing trouble, Sydney. I'm watching you. I don't trust you. I'm watching you. Watching. Because you got a lot of people fooled. And I say that because Sydney Colson is best friends with Asia Civil Rights Wilson. So if Asia is telling Kelsey Plum, remember the video that went viral? I put it on my show before, where she was comfortable enough to tell, mic'd up, comfortable enough to tell Kelsey Plum, you're here because of your white privilege. That's basically what she told her. What do you think was being said in that locker room? Also, Sydney's agent, the one that makes the deals and sends her places, her agent was so comfortable to publicly tweet things like, fans of this. There was a Caitlin Clark clip. Her agent right here tweeted, fans of this aren't actually watching because ain't no way you like watching this kind of basketball. Demonstrative, obnoxious, privileged. This is what her agent is online saying about white Jesus. Her agent. Now, if her agent is comfortable enough, didn't think it was a problem, Asia Wilson, her best one of, her right-hand person, then don't think it's a problem to be openly racist. What do you think? Sydney was saying, hey guys, I don't agree. She agrees. She's an op. And I don't want her in my town. Sydney, I'm telling you, you're going to fool people. You're going to fool a lot of people with your jokes and your TikToks and people thinking she's good for the locker room. They don't remember this. And they don't know who you're connected to. And you're going to fool a lot of people, Sydney. But you won't fool me. You won't fool me. I'm watching you, Sydney. I'm going to be on you, Sydney, like stink on doo-doo. I'm going to be on you, Sydney, like a crackhead on a rock. I don't trust you. I think Sydney is going to be a snake in tall grass. She's not going to bring anything on the court. She stinks. Stinks. I don't trust it. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I'm on to you, Sydney. You don't fool me. Seriously. I want Indiana to put Sydney in a box, tape it, and put a shipping label on it and return to sender. Now! I don't want you in my town, Sydney, and I'm telling you, I'm watching you very closely. If you come in my town causing any trouble, I'm going to call a code 10 and you lock the doors. Lock those doors. The enemy is here. Code 10. I'm going to Joe Clark you, Sydney. I'm putting you out of my town. You think you were locked out of Vegas? Sydney, if you come in my town causing trouble, I'm watching. The same thing you experienced in Vegas, you're going to experience in Indiana. I will personally go and lock those doors so you're locked out. Remember when Sydney got locked out of Vegas practice facility? Look.
Now, what about
That's me. I'm going to lock the door, Sydney.
I bet y'all left the door open for everybody else.
Yes, we did, except you.
I thought we were better than this.
We're not, Sydney. Colton! Colton! I'm going to lock the door, Sydney.
Good morning.
That's right. That's That's right. Locked. Code 10. As soon as you start causing trouble, I'm watching you, Sydney. Watching. Seriously, and then people love to say, oh, she brings energy. She brings energy off the bench. You can't go by her stats. Yes, you can. I go by her stats and I've watched Sydney. I watched Sydney at Texas A&M as well when she was there. And the thing is with Sydney, just like all jokes aside, I think it's not even from a skill perspective of Sydney. I think she's lost her skill. I think she's lost her skill because she doesn't take herself seriously, right? I think that she's gotten so wrapped up into the role of being a clown and being the good locker room person and making everybody laugh. But then Chelsea Gray got hurt and she, so Sydney had to play. And she would go out there and mistakenly make a play or two. But I don't think Sydney Colson takes herself serious as a basketball player. And once there are years that go by to where you don't play and you don't take yourself serious and you're just the clown on the team and the person that's in the TikToks and skits, you lose your ability to be an effective player. And I think that's what has happened to Sydney Colson. I do. And I'm telling you right now, Sydney, don't you come in my town with this nonsense. Maybe Stephanie White can kind of reprogram her. Because, I think she stinks. I think she's the worst player in the league. But she was once a decent player. But between playing or being an Asia Wilson in the Vegas shadow and turning yourself into a clown, I don't know if she could reprogram. I don't even think she'll help Indiana. As a backup point guard, we would have been better off getting Dana Evans. She just signed with Vegas today. Why couldn't Kelly? I'm with you. No, I'm with you. Now I'm going to try to stay with you. But you went and got foot skin. You went and got dead foot skin. Now, no one's going to convince me I don't have to like it. I don't like it. Seriously. So, with that, Tony East is an Indiana sports reporter. He covers Indiana men's and women's basketball. Released an article today, basically stating that Indiana really wanted, and White Jesus really wanted, Sydney Colson. One quote from the article says here, the Indiana Fever really wanted Colson. Caitlin Clark specifically hoped Colson would join the squad. The team has a plan for Colson on the hardwood and believes that she will fit in well as the backup point guard behind Clark. Finding the right role was important to Colson in free agency, and she should have more usage in Indiana than she did with Las Vegas. Tony, shout out to you. I know that you are a well-respected reporter, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I would have to hear it from White Jesus myself. There is no way anybody watch Sydney Colson play and say, I want to play with her. I got to play with her. I want her. No! It's like choosing the fat kid to run the 100-meter race at a track meet. It doesn't happen. I don't believe you, Tony. Sydney Colson is the worst player in the league. And she's not going to do anything to help my squad. Now, I want you out of my town, Sydney, and I'm telling you right now, you shut your pie hole and you come, and don't you come to my town causing any trouble. I'm on you. On you. You don't fool me. Charles Davis says, really, I have never seen her before. You're not going to. You're not going to because she doesn't play. There are no stats. Seriously, Sydney, Sydney, I'm telling you right now, every game, I am on you. Sydney, if you score 15 points and have 5 assists, I'll buy your jersey. I'll hang it up on the wall. I'm going on record right now. If Sydney Colson scores 15 points, I'll say 10. I'll say 10. 10 points and have 5 assists, I'll wear your jersey on my show and I'll hang it up on my wall. I swear to you, I will. I swear to you, I will. I'm sure that the jersey will be overnighted to me because there's not a huge demand for your jersey. But I'm telling you right now, I will get your jersey, Sydney. But I'm not going to have to because you stink. You stink, Sydney. Stinky, dirty diaper. I'm keeping my word. Kelly says you better keep your word. I promise you, if Sydney Colson scores 10 points and has 5 assists, I'll buy her jersey. And I'll wear it on the show. And I'll hang it up. Right here. Right above deal with it. I'll hang it up. But I promise you, I have to put on my eyes, Kelly, because I don't see the logic in this move. No. Seriously. I'm on you, Sydney. Good luck. Moving along. If you haven't liked this video, if you're watching right now, you have not liked this video, please like the video. Please like the video. Please like the video so that YouTube can push the video to more viewers. It helps the channel get more views, especially since I'm only putting out once a week for now. So definitely please like the video, guys. Sydney, I'm all over you. It's so funny because W360 Nation, when I tell you I love y'all because when I got the news, I think I was just leaving yoga. I might have been leaving yoga. I was at the gym. Was I leaving yoga? I know I was at the gym. W360 Nation, when I tell you, y'all were emailing me. Y'all were tweeting me. Y'all were messaging me like, CJ, do you see what happened? And I remember getting my phone and I was like, what happened? Like, what's going on now? And as soon as I saw the news, I said, No! No! What are we doing? I was in the gym. People were looking at me and they was like, what the hell wrong with her? And I was like, dude, Sydney Colson is in Indiana. And then most men, they were like, who? And then I had to catch myself because I was like, you know what? I'm emotionally involved in this because I was genuinely upset. Ruined my night. No! I don't want it! Get it away! Sydney Colson! She's dead foot skin! Useless! This is going to be a long season. The fact that I have to see Sydney Colson on Indiana Fever graphics. Every time I'm just going to go, no! No! She's the worst player in the league! She stinks! And I don't think she's going to prove me wrong. She's not. Vonda Phillips seems to be upset. Vonda Phillips says, next topic, please. Vonda, this is my show. This is my show. We're going to stay on this topic as long as I want, okay? Now, if you're tired of hearing about Sydney Colson and the fact that she's the worst player in the league, you can X out of the show. Okay, this is my show. Moving along. Speaking of free agency, everyone right now are talking about the Aces. What's going on in Vegas? Nobody is staying in Vegas right now. Thank you for the super chat, guys. Let me read. I'm sorry. If you have to buy, I'll pay. You ain't paying. I got your back. Thank you, James Fender. Thank you so much. James also says, howdy. Thank you, WI. They announced she shares Asia's shoe strategic. Guys, thank you so much for the super chat. Those come directly to me, and I definitely appreciate it. Some of the clips I play on my YouTube videos, they would demonetize the video, which is fine. Listen, man, I'm here for W360 Nation. So the super chats come directly to me, whether the video is demonetized or not. So I definitely appreciate you guys supporting, okay? What's going on in Vegas? Why is everyone leaving? Now, to me, the first thing that I thought, I was like, well, maybe they want to start a family. Maybe the girls that's leaving want to start a family. They want to have husbands and have babies. And that's not allowed in Vegas. It's in the contract. A source close to me allegedly told me that if you are looking to marry a man and start a family, then you can't be a part of this squad. You can't. You can't birth children and be a part of Las Vegas squad per Becky Hammond's handbook. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about Vegas. Alicia Clark is headed to Seattle. Tip Hayes said sayonara. She's out. Tiffany Hayes is out of that town. Now, Tiffany Hayes works my nerves. She works my nerves with all that falling around on the ground. All this, you got to stop the game 4 and 5 times a game because Tiffany Hayes is on the ground. Then we got to go to a commercial break because she got touched and she's on the ground and, she has to have the trainers come out and say, "Are you okay?" And then she says, "Yeah, you know what? I'm fine." And then she gets up and shoot her free throws. So she works my nerves with all that falling and hooting and hollering and stuff that she does. But I must admit, to be fair, Tiffany Hayes coming out of retirement, she's had a good run. I think she got 6th Player of the Year award. She played with the Aces playoffs, got some quality minutes. She's good. I mean, you can't deny her skill and her talent. You definitely can't deny that. So, shout out to her. Shout out to Tiffany Hayes. She definitely had a good run coming out of retirement. Tiffany Hayes retired because she said, "You know what? No one's watching me and no one cares." But then when White Jesus came to the league, she said, "You know what? I got to get a piece of that. Gotta get a piece." So then she came back to the league. So, but she picked the right team. But she's headed out to Golden State. And, Dana Evans, the Las Vegas Aces has picked up Dana Evans, which a lot of people, I will say this, to be honest, a lot of people are saying that, the Aces are falling apart. What's happening? But I think the Aces, if we're being, real, I think the Aces will be fine. The Aces are fine. They have a starting lineup here. They have Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, Jackie Young. Of course, they have Asia Wilson and Parker. Here, Cheyenne Parker, who did an amazing job. I mean, she's good. She'll play alongside Asia Wilson down there in the post. So with this starting lineup, I don't think that Vegas can be counted out. I don't think that Vegas could be counted out, especially with Jewel Lloyd. And then they're going to have the halftime show. Ooh. 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 I think Vegas will be fine. I think this will be a fun game to go to because you have Jewel Lloyd's mom as the halftime show. You have Asia Wilson. She's going to be yelling after every play that the refs give her foul calls. This will be top-notch entertainment. Ooh. No, but where are we? Where is the here it is. No, but I don't think it's time to count Vegas out yet. Right now you can tell, like I said, with Dana Evans, she has signed to Vegas. You can tell that they're investing in their bench now, which is what they didn't have. They did not have a bench. Sydney Colson was on it, but now she's with Indiana. Now I question, what are they going to do with Kirsten Bell? Also, Kia Stokes. She stunk up the place all season. Kia Stokes stinks. She stinks. She stinks. Kia Stokes stinks. So I'll be watching Vegas to see what type of moves they'll make. I'll be watching Vegas to see what type of moves they make. I think Kirsten Bell should be released. Kirsten Bell is dead foot skin. She's dead foot skin. She was right there sitting along with Sydney Colson at the end of the bench. And then Sydney Colson, they was like, Sydney. And she was like, me? And she had to go in the game when Chelsea Gray got hurt. And she mistakenly made a couple of plays. And that's what everybody's hanging on to. A couple of mistaken plays. Seriously. They have to get rid of Kia Stokes. Kia, and if you're stuck there, Megan as well. I would hope, because Indiana needs a backup post. I would hope if there is some way that Indiana could get Megan. Megan, you can get out of Vegas. All you have to say is that you want to start a family. That's it. Tell Becky that you want to start a family, and you're going to be shipped right on off. You're going to be shipped off, Megan. Now do everybody a favor and you get out of that town, and you are welcome to my town, Megan. Seriously, Becky. Now you get Katie Lou. You can get Katie Lou. She's great. Katie Lou and Christy Wallace for Meg. Meg wants to have a family, Becky. So yes, Vegas is the talks. Vegas is where everyone is watching. Seriously. Cheesy says, did Teresa W. Spoon get a job? You know what's crazy? I'm calling it now here on W360. I think Teresa Weatherspoon is going to Becky is going to give Teresa Weatherspoon a job. I don't know what those women had going on when they played, but they're very weird. They're very weird. Remember in the previous episodes earlier in the season when I pointed out like their interaction before the games and the pregame press conferences and stuff was super weird? How they hugged each other and they just was just, hey, we love each other and stuff. I think Becky's going to give Teresa Weatherspoon a job. Now, with Teresa Weatherspoon getting a job in Vegas, that's where they're going to sign Kennedy Carter. I think Kennedy Carter is going to Vegas. Absolutely. I think Kennedy Carter is going to Vegas, and they're going to sign Teresa Weatherspoon as well. Right? So, as long as Teresa Weatherspoon is on board with no families allowed, no husbands or families allowed, I think Teresa Weatherspoon will be able to sign on the dotted line. All right, so we'll be keeping our eyes on the Aces. We'll be keeping our eyes. All right, where we at? Oh, we're an hour and 10 minutes into the show. Okay. All right. I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer. I promise. But we got to get through the topics. Thank you for the super chat. Therapy by Alex says, new shirt, CJ, dead foot skin. Side question, any consideration of offering membership to your channel? You know what? To be honest, you guys, I don't even know what that is. What is membership? I'll just have to look into it. I'll have to look into it. What is membership, like YouTube memberships and stuff? Because a couple of people have messaged me and emailed me about whether it be like a membership to the channel, and I'm just like, what? I don't want to charge people to watch. No, I don't. I want everybody just to watch. So I don't know. I have to look into that. I have to look into what it is and how to start it. What I am looking into is starting a second show, a second channel. Which I'm working on it now, which I'll update you guys. Where I do a different show outside of W360 where we can talk about things that's going on in the world. But I'll update you guys. I'm working on everything for that now. But I don't want to do, memberships. Isn't that where like you charge people to watch the show? I don't know. I've been told by like different people that I'm leaving a lot of money on the table with the W360 right now, and you gotta put out episodes every day, and you gotta do this. And man, listen, I'm here for the people, okay? The people. Just purchase the merch. That helps, but I don't know. I'll look into memberships and all that stuff. Peggy said you pay a monthly fee, is voluntary, like $2.99 a month. But what does the monthly fee cover? So is it like different? I don't know. I'll look into it because if it's like a membership, then I would want to give different. I would want you to pay for something else. I don't know. I'll just have to look into it. I'll look into it. Asia Wilson has released her Nike shoe. Okay, from my understanding, I think it's set to come out in May. So here's Asia Wilson's shoe. She put the rollout out, and this is a visual of the shoe. Okay. Now, I've given Asia Wilson praise on this show, and I've given Asia Wilson flack on this show because that's just what I'm going to do. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Congratulations on the shoe. This shoe is very cute. This shoe is very, very cute. To me, a little pink, a little too pink, but I would wear this pink shoe, and she says she's coming out with different colors as well. Love the rollout. The rollout was amazing. Excuse me. And just everything about the shoe is dope. I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't know the difference between a Jordan Retro 4 and a Jordan 10 or the Jordan 2s or the Jordan 8s or whatever. I don't know. I will buy a cute sneaker, a cute Jordan sneaker, which I have done before from Ross or Burlington. You know what I mean? So I'm not up to date. Like, I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't have a closet with LED lights and shelves and all these shoes. I just buy cute shoes. This is a cute shoe. This is a cute shoe. To me. You know, I have a lot of shoes, but I just buy whatever. I don't care what name is on it. So I'm looking forward to what other colors she'll have come out. But even this pink shoe is really cute. So shout out to Asia Wilson. And you know, the retirement video, the speech was beautiful. White Jesus, they both retired their jerseys on the same day. Both of the speeches were beautiful. You know, I'm looking forward to White Jesus' shoe. I think White Jesus' shoe is going to be dope. If I had to predict, I feel like White Jesus' shoe is going to give kind of like a golf type shoe. Low top, casual, nice kind of shoe that you can wear with jeans or sports it up or whatever. But this shoe is cute. So, you know, shout out to Asia Wilson. This is a cute shoe to me. Now, I saw people saying like this looked like the Nike this and the Nike, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think the shoe is supposed to be $110. Hopefully they sell it out. Now, Asia Wilson fans, South Carolina fans, all of you all that's out there doing all that hooting and hollering about, you know, the black woman didn't get a Nike deal and the black woman, she's so marketable, and why don't the black woman get this? Go buy her shoe. This looks like a shoe that all you freedom fighters will wear. It's Nike. You know, go buy the shoe. Go buy the shoe. I'll get it. This is a cute shoe. This is a cute shoe to wear, you know, to someone's house when you have to go and drop something off. Cryptotello says, I finally caught alive. Hiya, CJ. Big fan. What's up, Crypto? What's going on? I'm glad that you were able to catch alive. What's going on? All right. I thought I had a picture of Coach Yo up here. I don't. I want to bring it up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Coach Yo is the head coach of Ole Miss. Okay. Give me 1 second. Because I want to talk about this. This irritated my soul. It's gonna send to me. Okay, here we go. Coach, yo! This shoe is gonna match the slows hair. Sade. Sade says this shoe is going to match the Slow's hair. I need a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because don't all the slows hoes wear pink and blue hair and they have septum rings. When I see a septum ring, as soon as I see a septum ring, I'll be like, you slow. You slow. You're slow. You're slow. Ooh. Sade says, I'm going to buy them and wear them with my Don't Be a Slow shirt. Oh God. Oh God. Ooh. Ooh. I cannot believe that woman went on that court and did that performance. I can't believe that woman did that. Jewel, you Jewel. I know she asked Jewel, Lord. I know she said, what you think about this? I cannot believe you told your mama, yeah, you should do that. Ooh, that is funny. My goodness, that's not it. Where is Coach Yo? Oh no, I brought it over from here. Ooh, that is funny. Where is Coach Yo from here? I'm just sending it to myself again. Give me 1 second, guys. Here it is. All right. I want to talk about this real quick because this irritated my soul. It did. It did. Coach Yo is the head coach of Ole Miss basketball team. You probably don't know because many people don't talk about that squad because that squad is very unexciting. That squad is not exciting. As far as women's college basketball goes, the people are talking about Notre Dame, the UConn, and Tennessee game. You know, they're talking about the South Carolinas, the UCLAs, the USCs, Tennessees, Iowa, of course, with the upset that they had over USC on Caitlin Clark White Sheets' retirement night. But I want to bring this. Jay says the slows are taking over. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. No. No, the slows are not taking over. Absolutely not. We are in a new day and a new age. Okay, we have a new leader in town. There's a new leader in town, okay? And America is not promoting or supporting the slows. If you don't like it, sorry. But those concepts that the slows continue to push is not. The orders are being signed. Okay? Deal with it. But when it comes to college women's basketball, you know, LSU as well, you know, the top teams. Coach Yo was playing a game. Who was she playing? I forgot who she was playing. Was it Oklahoma? Maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, Coach Yo was playing a game. Her team was playing, and they were winning by 15 points. Okay, they were winning by 15 points, and in the last, I think it was under a minute in the game, Coach Yo called a timeout. She called a timeout. The game was out of reach. The game was over. She called a timeout, and the announcers went on to say, basically, like, I'm not sure why she's calling a timeout. Coach Yo is an acquired taste. That was the whole thing that got out. She's an acquired taste. And if you watch college women's basketball, Coach Yo is an acquired taste. She is an acquired taste. And that's not a bad thing. If you like animated coaches that's all on the sidelines and jumping up and down and have the story, my daddy, this and that, then you'll like Coach Yo. I love Kim Mulkey. I love that Kim Mulkey. Kim Mulkey, girl, I want to go have a steak and a beer with you. I love Kim Mulkey. She's animated, right? Kim Mulkey is an acquired taste. And they went on to say, you know, they didn't understand why she was calling a timeout. So, Coach Yo goes on social media and she says, because the freedom fighters, of course, they have to attach racism to it. Hold on. Do I want to play this first? Well, anyway, she goes on to say, me, when I'm trying to avoid a turnover because we were being pressed with 15 seconds to go, which I have no problem with. So I call a timeout, but the announcer used the opportunity to take a shot at me simply because ... And she puts Beyonce, who had no business winning that country award. Grammy. She puts Beyonce there and she's saying simply because, you know, she's not going to say it. Then Coach Yo, she also posts, where is it? Oh, I must have just put it up here twice. Okay. So to me, this was weird. So Dawn Staley comes the next day because Coach Yo probably texted Dawn Staley and said, hey, go on social media and talk about this. So Dawn Staley posts, woke up this morning or this AM to this and came back to it because it's just wrong. A personal attack on one of ours is a personal attack on all of us, including who you are broadcasting for. Yolette, keep being your authentic self. Broadcaster, keep being yourself because we see you. So here's my thing, Coach Yo, this is ridiculous. You're reaching out for attention because your squad doesn't get attention because your squad isn't very exciting to watch. They're not. I don't care who you just beat. I don't care who they beat. That Ole Miss squad is very, very unexciting. So you created this drama because those announcers or the people that was calling those games were a little bit frustrated because you called a timeout with under a minute left to play and the game was clearly out of reach. You were up by 15 plus points. Now, I've played basketball. Anyone that's a sports fan knows you can say all day, she's a coach. She got to coach to the end. We get it. No one's saying you're wrong for calling that timeout. But Coach Yo, you were being annoying. That's annoying. If a game is a blowout and you call a timeout and when it's less than a minute left to play in the game, that's annoying. Now, should the announcer have said that on air? No. But I'm a fan of just saying how you feel. There's no behind closed doors here at the W360. I'm going to say how I feel. I don't like Sydney Colson. I think she stinks. She's a stinky, dirty diaper. I'm not going to go along to play along. I don't care. She stinks. Coach Yo, you were being annoying. That wasn't racism. In this tweet, and then Dawn Staley has to egg onto it. This was a cat call to the race baiters. That's it. So now we got to get all the race baiters in line and you guys start marching. Coach Yo is a victim. And that's why nobody takes y'all serious, because you always try to align yourselves with like being a victim. Coach Yo, yes, you're a coach. You got to coach to the 0 buzzer. That's fine. But it's annoying. You were being annoying, Coach Yo. And your squad is boring. And they stink. They stink. I am so tired of all this hooting and hollering that y'all do. You want to be victims so bad. Nobody likes a career victim. It's not marketable, especially in today's age. People are waking up. You see what happened in November? People are waking up. People don't like victims. Professional victims. Nobody likes them. It's why Asia Wilson is at the face of the league. She positioned herself as a victim. Not very likable. Listen to me. In other college news, it says local recording has stopped. Am I still on? Guys, can you see me? If you're watching live right now, can you put a 1 in the chat if you can still see me? It says recording has stopped. Can you guys see me? Please put a 1 in the chat if you can still see me right now. If you can hear me and see me, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, I don't know if I'm still live. I'm live. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it says recording has stopped. It may be on my end. Okay. Okay, fine. So you guys can see me. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Speaking of college women's basketball, UConn suffered an upset to Tennessee. UConn, Gino, lost to Tennessee last night 76-80. And I'm not going to go into thank you guys so much. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the game simply because we are over an hour and 30 minutes into the show. But I'll say this. After the UConn game, freedom fighters, slows, please stop mentioning white Jesus with Paige Beckers. Please. They're not in the same lane, okay? Paige Beckers is not Caitlin Clark. She's not even close. Shout out to Tennessee. Rest in peace, Pat Summitt. But shout out to Tennessee coming out to get that win. But I want this Paige Beckers and White Jesus comparison to stop. Paige Beckers is a super senior, and she doesn't get the job done. Paige Beckers is just good. That's it. That's it, and that's all. That's where it starts, and that's where it ends. She's just good. Nothing special. Nowhere near generational. Nowhere. Don't you compare. All of you shut your pie holes. Shut your pie holes right now. Don't you compare Paige Beckers to White Jesus. Here's what Gino had to say about Paige Beckers. Even her own coach don't believe it. Here's what he had to say after the game about Paige Beckers.
Bottom line is, we have some players on our team that are supposed to be our best players, and they got to play better. That's all there is to it.
Paige has had trouble getting going, it seems like, in a few of these bigger games now. I mean, just what do you feel like is kind of the block with her in terms of being able to start as hot as she has in Big East play?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a real kind of conundrum, you know. Paige wants the ball in her hands all the time. Then when they trap her, she don't want the ball in her hands. So now we try to get her moving from, you know, one thing to another, moving without the ball, and you know, it's so. So we've got to come to some sort of definitive thing here, how we're going to handle it. But right now, it's not the winning edge for sure. And passing up stuff, you know, like I don't get it.
Gino! You remember the comments she made about white Jesus? Everything that you said white Jesus was and her fans was are Paige fans. And what Paige Beckers is. Paige, you can give all the civil rights speeches that you want to give, Paige, and you can march as much as you want, and you can be the stepdaughter of the cookout and all that whatever. I'm telling you right now, Paige, you should have been practicing this past summer instead of going around giving civil rights speeches and going to the cookouts, because look where it got you, Paige. Look where it got you, Paige. Nowhere. And guess what? Those cookout attendees are nowhere to be found. They don't have your back. They don't have your back. Paige. All right, now you got to refocus in. Now, Paige, for you to be the number one pick, you got to pull off wins. You got to hit game winners like White Jesus did against Nebraska. You got to hit game winners. You got to be a number one pick. To me, Paige Beckers does not look like a number one pick. I would give it to Olivia Miles. Paige Beckers is not a number one pick if she's at best 5. Seriously, stop comparing Paige to Caitlin. She's not. Paige is nowhere near White Jesus. Paige is going to go to the WNBA, and she's going to be a role player at best. Now, and this is the media's fault. This is the media, and it's your hatred for White Jesus, because you hate that white girl. Y'all black hearts. Y'all's black hearts hate that white girl from Iowa. So you tried to pick anybody you can. Paige Beckers, she's on her 10th year in college. Paige Beckers is nowhere close to White Jesus. And you can keep pushing Juju Watkins as well, but nobody even is going to watch them play. Now, I don't know what UCLA and USC have to do. I tweeted and I said, you guys need to reach out to your communities or something, because why is nobody going to these girls' games? The arenas are empty. UCLA arenas are empty. And so is USC. Why is nobody going to watch these women play? Everyone can't be Iowa. And that goes to show, I don't care what numbers you put out. I don't care how much you try to push people. It's called impact and influence. You have to move people in real life to make them buy things. And if you can't, UCLA and USC games, you can go to those games and read a book peacefully. You can read a book. You can go to those games and attend an online class But according to the media, Paige Becker, she's coming to the WNBA. Paige Becker is average at best. I said it. Best of luck. We're going to wrap up here. Unrivaled 101 tournament starts. Now, guys, I will say this. Hold on. Okay. Unrivaled. I'm going to be honest with you guys because, again, here at the W360, we are honest. We are honest and we are very transparent, okay? Honesty is our friend. I did tell you guys that I would be following Unrivaled and reporting on Unrivaled, guys. Unrivaled has not held my attention, and I cannot get on here and fake it. Like I'm watching Unrivaled and, yeah, look at this. Unrivaled, I'm going to be honest, it's very boring. It's boring. It's giving WNBA G League. It's boring. It's boring. I catch the games here, but I can't follow it enough to report on it because the damn league is boring. Okay? The league is boring. But what I will tune into is this one-on-one tournament. This I will tune into, okay? So if you don't, guys, when you go to my page, please, I know a lot of people are messaging me and they're saying that they don't get the notification when I go live. I have wrote YouTube about it. YouTube has banned my videos in certain regions and they demonetize my videos. They do all this type of stuff. I don't care. I'm going to still put out the W360 because the W360 is here for the people. Okay? The W360 is here for the people. We're not here for nothing else but the people. But I will say this. Unrivaled one-on-one tournament, I am tuned in for. So make sure that you click the bell so you can get a notification. I think I'm going to go live during this one-on-one tournament. Okay? Now, I predict that I'm interested in this. Arike Ogunbowale is going to win the one-on-one tournament. I definitely think so. I definitely think so. I definitely think so. Arike Ogunbowale is going to win. I want to tune in to all of the one-on-one matchups. I hope you guys can see it, but if you can't, screenshot it and look at it. But Unrivaled one-on-one tournament, I will be tuned into. I'm looking forward to it. I think Arike Ogunbowale is going to win. It's beginning this upcoming Monday, February the 10th. First round begins at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on True TV. Now, I hope this is included with my YouTube TV, okay? Because I can't purchase another subscription. My goodness. It's crazy how, like, they complicate how to watch TV nowadays. Subscriptions and streaming was supposed to be, like, an easier route to watch TV. But now it's almost like it's costing more than what we used to pay traditionally. Now, I'm going to write a letter to Trump. Trump, you got to fix this. These streaming services versus traditional cable. Let's just go back to traditional cable where you just pay one set fee for all the channels. Damn. I'm tired of it. When you add up everything that you pay for HBO Max, Netflix, ESPN, Peacock, all these streaming services, it costs more than what you normally used to pay. Now, there are some changes that got to be made. That's an order that I would like to see signed. Combine all this into one cable package again. Now with Unrivaled, I do see as far as the ratings and people just aren't watching anymore. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like that league is just not very entertaining. It isn't. That league just not. It's not very entertaining. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what y'all need to do, Brianna and Fee, but y'all got to figure something out. I don't know. Make it 5-on-5. Do 5-on-5 then. But my God, like y'all got to figure that out. Figure that out at Unrivaled. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. All right. And the last thing that I wanted to advise everyone of before we wrap up, because this is a channel that covers all things women's basketball, but just to cover women's sports as well. If you haven't heard, there was an executive order signed that states transgender people cannot compete in women's sports. So it doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what you think or how you feel. You can't come and play on the women's side. You can't. Okay? The executive order is in place. Changes are being made. Go America. I figured I would share that news with you if you haven't heard. But you can't come and play on the women's side. You got to go to your side. Take your septum rings and your wigs, and you got to go and compete against the men. With that being said, I am CJSoFoolish, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to the W360. If you have not, make sure that you shop the W360.com, okay? Get the latest merch if you haven't, guys. Support the show. Grab a shirt. Grab a hoodie. It's a cold world. So get your hoodies. Also, get the latest merch. Don't be a slow shirt. I have them in black and white. If you want a different color, let me know. Reach out to me. My link is in the bio or in the in the description of the show. Okay. Don't be a slow. Grab a shirt, grab a hoodie, grab a white Sheezer shirt, grab a Shut Your Pie Hole shirt. All of that. Okay. W360 Nation, I love you all. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, man. We talk all day on Twitter. We are chatting. We are connecting. Also, that is me if you email me, that is me emailing you back. Somebody that emailed me was like, is this really CJ? That is me. That is me right here emailing you back, guys, so I get back to your emails. Also, before I get out of here, shout out to the W360 Nation supporters that I ran into in HEB yesterday. I love you guys. Ryan. Damn, I forgot. Y'all said I was going to forget y'all names. I didn't forget Ryan. Ryan and shit, what's her name? Ashley or something. I can't remember, but it was a group of W360 Nation supporters in HEB. Y'all showed me so much love. I love you guys. I told you I would shout you out on the show. So thank you guys. It was so nice meeting you guys. I love y'all. And when you get your merch, take a picture of it. Send it to me. Send it to me. I love W360 Nation. We are impactful, and we are out here, okay? We're out here. All right. Listen. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves, okay? And when you bathe, make sure you get behind the ear. You got to get behind the ear. And I tell you all the time, you got to get inside your belly button. Take that rag and go inside your belly button and clean it. And you got to clean behind the ear or else it stinks. And you don't want to be a stinky, dirty diaper. Until next episode, peace and soul grease. Ooh. Have a good weekend, W360 Nation.